focused on that, where sometimes I don't see left and right, and it's just like, well, if I'm going to make a hip hop record, I'm going to work with a hip hop producer. If I'm going to make a metal record, I work with a metal producer, and it's just like, why? Like for instance, the world of knowledge you've got for being a sound engineer over the years, it's like you've picked up pieces for everything, and it's just like, well, this is what this album's like. And as I say, like, for me, I just wanted to be like 60-year-old. I was like, remember I made a fucking album with my big mate Nick?
That's right.
That's it for me.
Well, and also the fact is that we like one another, you know, we get on well, and we're from very different backgrounds. But for some reason, there's just, you know, you just get that thing where you click with someone, and you can, and because we've known each other for so long, when we started, it's dead easy because you can just say, I don't like that, or I do like this, and it doesn't bother. There's no sort of like having to sugarcoat something. You have a shorthand which gets you very quickly to, this is what's good and this is what we like.
Because whenever used to go into the studio, where it was one in Ballyhullisher, the one the farm, or even here, whenever used to come down with my mate Graham and Mackenzie, he used to be like that when we got fucking hell, like that. How can you talk to Nick like that? He's like, that's weird. One of these days he's going to snap and just start punching. I was like, no, he's like, B man, he's like, you've got a fucking hard neck. You can't talk to somebody like that. And I was like, no, it's not that. It's like, we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, if Nick
right.
turned around and went like that to me, that's garbage. I'm not going to go like that. Yeah, fuck you, man.
That's right. And then that shorthand's handy because it means you get straight to the good stuff. You know, you don't waste time. And also, like you said, you enjoy it. You don't want to look back and say, well, that's the fruits of that relationship.
Remember that time we were talking about, it was a few years back, there was a band called up north called the Cinematics.
Oh, aye.
And you say like, the lead singer, you could just tell straight away, he's like, boom, like the minute he came into the studio like that, superstar, and I'm like that. Is that what you felt about me when I walked into the studio? You're like that? No? Well, fuck you then, man.
I don't want to build you up.
This is just effort. There's no superstar vibe at all.
That's right. Well, the relationship's a bit like that old joke about the producer and the artist going into the jungle, and suddenly a lion jumps out, and the producer starts running, and the artist catches up with him and says, "What are you running for? You can't outrun a lion." The producer just goes, "Oh, I don't have to. I've just got to outrun you."
That's what it's like.
My time is perfect, no one here is just him in his bed. You find an exit, disappear once a ribbon to bits. Just accept it now, for years you'll have to live with the stench. It's Paul taking finger, an apple of life. If I die, you die. While I walk by, in my hand I have a blade, and now it's time to end the charade. I see a shadow, hear footsteps and heavy breathing. I hear screaming, now you're dreaming. I knew you'd come, what you think I got brain damage?
For me, after I reached a certain age, probably around when I was like 21, after doing the hip hop thing for about 5 or 6 years in the studio, my brother-in-law, he's a big songwriter. He's all about the song, and your mantra is don't bore us, get us to the chorus, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And before I used to just like, when I used to write raps, it used to be like, oh, I need to cover up 24 lines in an A4 sheet of paper. The chorus didn't matter, but then the older you get, the more you think, nah, I need to make this an actual song. And it's like, for me, the song's much more important than the song as a whole, much more important than the content. Maybe not the content, it's not, maybe not what I'm looking for. The song's the most important thing. I mean, I can rap like fuck all day about being a great rapper. Who cares? You know what I mean? If I can put something that means something to somebody in 3 minutes, to me that's more important. You know what I mean? And like coming from the song aspect, like my brother-in-law, he was always a song man, and he pushed that onto me, and it's like I love making songs and them meaning something. You know what I mean?
And I think also that, I mean, the most powerful songs are ones where the songs, the chords, the melody and the lyric perfectly match. The mood of it perfectly matches one another. And it's worked really well the way we've worked, because I've produced some music, I've sent it down to BJ, and he's got it, and he's got the narrative of what's happening on the record and the story, and he gets that bits of music, listens and thinks, that's great, that reminds me of bang there, so at that point on the story, that's the sort of sound we want, and then writes the lyric to it. So you get that perfect matching of the sound arrives, the lyric is perfectly matched for it, and so it means that you get these lovely sort of emotional wave as you go through the record where the music's matched the mood of what's going on at that particular point. That makes it very powerful. Rather than just banging a lyric onto a melody, you match the mood to what to the song, and it makes it much more powerful. And it's that great combination of words, really gritty words, and it's really nice words. Because again, that's the other thing is I really like the lyric. The fact you take time over the lyric. That's sort of like there's lines. And you're like dancing between the raindrops. That's there's little lines in there. Clips the wings of
Clip the wings of the angel a day before it calls for me.
Really nice lines. You tend to think, God, that's really gritty. And that to me, if you've got that lyrical content in the music, it just the two of them. It's like a bang bang. They just keep getting the message home, and it's very, very powerful. Makes sense. Now tell me about your past, son.
You got all day, the session is at half one. Violence stems from a sinister environment. Life is bitter like vinegar in your sinuses. You have to mould in a line, stand on the shoulder of giants. Make a mistake in defiance, you're a stake to the lines. Life's a gamble, you lose sooner or later. Your night's a shambles, you accuse your accumulator. Dad's a prick, this low bursts of a moaning wife. Got ticks from loan sharks, then he took his own life. Tracked himself to oblivion to leave the hell he's living in. Shit is grim, took a razor, split his skin. Mum's bottle of vodka's a coping mechanism. Hoping wisdom can offer an open-ended prison. I used to watch them both heckle and slide. Bigger me Becky's divide, a deadly Jekyll and Hyde.
And if it didn't work, you would tell me what it didn't work, and we would try this, and obviously with different working with counter melodies and 3-part harmonies and stuff like that. It's a big learning experience for me, but obviously with the bay fellas bouncing off each other, I've got the confidence that they're great songs.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that as I said, that conversation's quite free. I put certain things in, and also it's very freeing because again you're so good with sounds. You listen to something you like that. You don't have to necessarily be specific, saying, "Oh, what about changing this chord?" But you can say things what you like about the sound of something, and also you're not prissy about it being precise in the sense that if you've got a chord, it has to have these notes in it. Because we've got some very discordant, weird sounds that are all over the place in terms of they're not necessarily in the right pitch, but they just make this sort of like, they make the soundtrack, they make it sound interesting and right for the song. So it's very good for me to have that freedom to bung things in which are a little bit weird that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do with a out and out straight artist, and you're much more open to saying, I really like that. It's got a great buzz. Like get into the emotional sort of, the
backbone.
Yeah, the background straight away saying that's good. That's exactly what it needs to be, and that's very good for me. Because again, same sort of thing. I'm sort of dicking around thinking I don't know if there's any good. Goes to you get a buzz off it saying great. Change a few things, and you between the two of us, you get more and more excited as you go along, thinking this is actually starting to work really well, because no one knows. If you knew, it'd be boring.
Aye.
So when you start, you just hope, and then you just hope turns into confidence, turns into this is fucking good.
Aye, I know.
So look, there's another, and another one, and another one. A little heart to go.
The thing is as well, who I'd like to thank, a big thanks to, obviously yourself for getting involved in Mary Ann, but the guests that would go on board, they just totally trusted what I'd done, trusted the vision of the record, and trusted me and gave it like 100%. Talking Gillian, Claire, Natalie, Butterscotch, Mark, Emily.
The wee girl, she was brilliant.
Emily,
she's wee. I mean, again, she just ate up the studio like it was an ice lolly. Just like totally into it, full of energy, and seemed to really know what she was doing, why she was doing it, and what to get up to the next thing. So I'm going to watch that space, I reckon.
Definitely. And your man that played the sax as well.
Aye, Richard. Aye, I've not told him yet.
Edit.
Aye.
Stoney playing the drums for
Yeah.
us on the Social Path World Dance, because like been in a few bands with Stoney doing the metal thing.
That's
But
totally
all the guests for me, they were all amazing. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anybody.
Real grief.
Well,
Everything's kind of work.
I went into it thinking that this record won't be good unless I suffer some sort of mental breakdown halfway through. But I've not had anything like that, and it's like everything worked out well. And I mean, the most important thing is it's been fun.
Yeah.
Getting all the singers in the studio at the same time was amazing.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't
that's
want
right.
to feel as if I was like cracking the whip or anything like that. But
And you feel like, and also, I mean, you don't want to. It was nice to have that session where everyone's in making a record. You know,
because usually it's weird. Anytime we've worked, it's like everybody's through there. But when the vocals were done, everybody was out here and having a drink and all that. And obviously, when somebody like Dave vocals, they would always sit and quiet and stuff like that. And it's just like.
It just made it like
a wee family thing.
It was like a house. It was like a house recording. Everyone's in there waiting for the time, focusing on it. It's just nice. It's good. It's what a recording session should be like.
You make it all.